Welcome to this dotCMS website training for how to create a relationship for your content. Now, the purpose of a relationship is so that content can get related across your website. For example, on this specific event, you'll notice that there's this related content that shows up in the right-hand menu area of this particular event, showing some relationships that have been made. These are organization relationships, and there's two groups showing, and then there happens to be a relationship to a person. Now, when you click on this content that's in this related content area, it will take you to wherever the site is linked, or wherever the content is linked. So for a person, it will take you to their profile. If it's an organization, it'll take you to their organization website. If it's to an article, it'll take you to that particular article, etc. Now, how do you create a relationship in the dotCMS platform? Now, you'll encounter this tab whether you're creating a web page or creating targeted content like an event or an article or a person profile. You will normally see the content tab whenever you are starting out the creation process, and the tab next to it will normally be the relationships tab. Now, within this tab, there may be just a couple of different relationships that you can make, or there may be multiples, depending on what type of content it is that you are creating. So for example, for page asset, there's only a couple of different types of relationships that you can make, whereas for a person's profile, there's more than a dozen. All right, so how do we create a relationship? The first thing you need to determine is which type of website that you have. Is your website an organization website? Is your website a data set website? And those are usually the first relationships that you make. So for example, an organization is any department website within the college. It's the college website, canr.msu.edu. It's MSU Extension's main website. And it could be other program related sites. Now, data sets a little bit different. Data sets are things like academic programs, like construction management, interior design, agribusiness management, that kind of thing. It's also topic-related websites, like the Apple's website. It's also related to extension with county extension offices, or county extension websites are also considered data sets. So if you're not sure, you can always check when you click the relate button in those areas, and when the search box comes up, which I'll go through in just a moment, you'll be able to determine whether or not your website folder is considered a data set or an organization. All right, so I'm going to make a relationship to the organization because I'm working on my demo website, and that website is considered an organization. So when you click on that relate button, it'll bring up this search box, and it should pre-populate some matching results to be whatever website or website folders that you have that you're trying to make a relationship to. And then you can select that relationship that you would like to make by clicking on the name or also clicking on this checkbox. And then you're going to click on the relate button. Now you'll see that under the organization heading, there is the demo organization that has been listed. Now, if you want to make a data set relationship, it's exactly the same process. You would click on the relate button, click relate, and then there happens to be a data set in here for website demo. And you could make the relationship that way. Now, if nothing shows up under organization or data set, it's if you think you might be an organization website and nothing shows up, then check the data set search and see if that brings up the matching result, because that'll definitely tell you whether or not you're considered an organization or a data set website. So once you have that relationship made, you'll want to save the changes that you've made to whatever content it is that you're attempting to make so that your relationship stays saved. And then you can continue working on your content.